need that bolt later. Acerbis. Acerbis. Okay, that's what we're going to be discussing today. If you would have told me to pronounce this without looking it up, I'd have said you're crazy. It's not my skill set. Now that we got pronunciation out of the way, so this is what comes with it. We got a really long petcock, a short one, a hose, and my guess is you gotta wire them together from side to side because there is two holes, one here and here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. Another quick thing before you start fast forwarding real quick. Weight in the bag, I've noticed, and I don't know if this is from me screwing on, last night I put on the plastic in here, so I don't know if it's from that or if it's from where the petcock goes, but in the bottom of the bag there is these shavings. Okay, so in order to prevent it from kind of getting in our way later, we're going to rinse out the tank first before installing it, just to be safe. I think that's a good idea. All right, now if you want to fast forward or click away or whatever you want to do, I don't care. That's your tip. So originally, when this bike was first done, story behind the bike real quick. My number is 57. The old guy that we used to ride, he had he had 10 acres, he had upfield, lower field, and he made a 2-mile track, and we grew up riding. And when I went from the XR100 and it was time to step up to the 125, he was 57 years old when he built this bike for me. Well, we bought it, but you see what I'm saying? Anyway, but he built it essentially knowing that we would buy it. Anyway, and we had the blue tank, and he had black. This black right here, this is actually some kind of vinyl that he bought, and it has lasted through the years. It's actually kind of thin compared to the new stuff now. But I mean, this has been on here since forever. So anyway, the tank was black, this was blue, we had the black and on the white, and it looked really good. So when I put the blue on here, it looked like it did when it first was given to me. At least I didn't buy it, I was young. So it kind of made me pretty happy and excited. I'm not a fan of this high part. I don't think anybody is. It is what it is. This tank was it's $213, and then shipping it was $228. So better than buying a $400 tank that I know is going to break, because that was my second tank. I did the whole video on the plastic weld. I'm going to try it again, but that's not as fun as just getting a bike that runs and ride it, right? So this is gas tank number 2 from eBay. My suggestion, if you're looking at this tank, it's because you need a new tank. Just get this. Or something similar. I'm not sponsored or anything. I wish I was. I wish I would have saved $200 and whatever dollars. But I'm not. So the original crack on this, I put flex tape, it doesn't work, was from here on the groove. The first tank I had, my original tank cracked right here on the side, like a hairline crack. It wasn't near as bad as this one. So what I'm saying is I got this one off eBay and it's 10 times worse than my original one. So it cracked here. And I noticed yesterday when I was putting flex tape on it so I could ride it around, it cracked here as well. And then there's another place it cracked too. And I can't remember where it is, but it's on one of the points. It's chipped right here. Maybe that's it. But yeah, so that's my gas tank story. Let's get this one on now. The Y thing, instructions. No, real mechanics don't need those. Let's get this bad boy together.
A few moments later.
How in the world do I put this thing together? Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not washing it because I don't feel like it. But I did do this in the sun, and I don't see any shavings in there, so I think we're okay. So a little bit goes a long way. That much. I put pretty much on all 4 bolts. I ran out towards the very end, so I got a little bit more. I'm just kind of rolling it around. Because it doesn't have to be like crazy. It just needs to be in the threads. But alright. Always have them hand tight. Get them started with your fingers before you go using any power tools. So you don't strip it, especially on something like this. Just giving it a little love. That's all I'm doing. I'll probably go back with the hand tool. Verify. Good. Pretty much everything on your bike's going to be 8 or 10. Especially if it's a YZ. And this might have to get... I think it only goes in one way. So just kind of... Definitely not something we want to strip. Or come out. I mean, I'm just using my fingers. Alright, we're good. Next step. Oh, see that? That's why you should have a workbench. And not do things on camera. Got the special screw thing. And know it fits. See how well it fits in there? I said this on the other videos. I think this is like a size 3, but it's going to have more of a square tip. That's what you want. So we're just transferring. We'll put a little bit of anti-seize down this. This one, I probably have to clean it up a little bit before I put it in there, but I'm going to put it here for now so I don't lose it. There we go. Trying to get like medium boy, except for Pepsi all day, baby. No, I'm not sponsored. Just like a little pizzazz. And sugar. Over here in the laboratory, we got a little bit of simple green. This is just gonna cut my hand up. I don't want to use that. I've done that. Look. That's what that's from. I don't know if you can see it on camera. But did not feel good. And that wasn't one time. It was like repetitively. I just kept doing the same stupid thing over and over again. Alright. You can see. It's a little brown right there. So let's see. The other one I kind of already cleaned. Look at this. Oh, in. Look at that. Brand new. There is an O-ring that goes right here. Little gasket. Makes way more sense. Don't do what I did. And have to do this twice. Because you're a dummy and didn't put the O-ring on. You can fix that thing. So, got a kink here. So I'm going to have to trade. This one's like extra long. This one back here is kind of short. Say, hey, okay. This one's kind of short, so I pull it back, but it still stays kinked up. Yeah. So we're gonna have to refigure this or bring this Y up. Oh, that's kind of working. It sits right there. Can't really see it because it's black, but it's coming up. So I definitely can cut this too if I need to. But the biggest thing is you still have kinks, and it's still kind of kinky right here. I can go down some. Don't touch that one. You can touch that one. So, we'll see. I definitely want to make it not look as sloppy because it's tight on the other side. Okay, now that I have completely struggled with this, I have this originally I had on the other side and I've had to turn it around. When I first tried to do it, the Y was back here behind the air box. I had a lot of excess. I wasn't ready to cut it yet because I just didn't feel comfortable with how everything was set up. And I'm really glad that I didn't, because me simply switching this on this side has made a world of difference. One is this short one that I ended up doing, because I did this one first, then I did this one, then I did this one, right? And this one was getting kinked with the Y back here. So switching it around, it gave me the option to basically start with this one. So if you're doing this, what I'm saying is start with the hose coming from the carburetor to the Y, so the bottom of your Y. Just another quick little thing. There's only 5 of these, so you do not have one that goes onto your carburetor. And this was massive headache to get this on. I would recommend oil, putting it around inside and out, but not to the extent where you get all of your hands and you can't push down on it. See, it's been sitting overnight, so I might can push it down more, but I mean it's on there, so you don't have to worry about having a clamp on here before you do this. Especially if you're starting with this, don't worry about it, because then you're gonna get to this and you're gonna realize you don't have a clamp, and then you have to pull something off to get a clamp. We're gonna do our this, which is roughly, I think it was like 4 inches, just to make it easy on y'all. Yeah, so there's a little curve in there, so it's maybe cut it 4.5 inches, 4 1/4 would be safe. But I'd say maybe 4.5 might be a little too much, but it might be better. I don't know. So somewhere around 4 to 4.5. Just go ahead and cut that, do it here to here, and your life will be 10 times easier than mine has been. So, anyway, and then I got dog hair in my mouth. And then this is easy to get to. See, I can unplug this easy. Gas tank's on there. This other side, the petcock goes inwards, so it's gonna be hard to get to. So a little hack I learned from a pool company I used to work at when we did lights, you would make the wire a little bit longer and just stuff it in the hole, so when you change the lights you wouldn't have to drain the pool, because you bring the wire up out of the pool. So same thing with this, same concept, right? So on this side, this is facing inward, so you're gonna have to lift the gas tank. If you ever have to take this off, you're gonna have to lift the bike up like this. So when I switched these, I had a lot of excess right here. So what I did, I mean, it was out here, is I kind of had it like, did it with my hand about where this would sit and how I would be able to get it off. So right here is pretty easy to take, considering, I mean, it's still a pain, but take it on and off. You're gonna need that excess, right? Because taking it off down here, I mean, there's just no way. And you know what? I'm gonna even take the camera and do it on the other side so you can tell just how bad off you would be if you did that. So if you didn't have any excess, can you imagine trying to, I mean, you gotta pull this way, you got this pipe in your way, the gas tank in your way. So yeah, so this is, you can set it up, you got enough access to get your hand under the tank and pull that off easily. So accessibility, and there's no kinks, nice and smooth. So that's what we want, and nothing's hitting the throttle cable. We're good. All right, the easiest way to get this off is just push it. I did that a couple times, just kind of hold it tight and work against it. there's a lot of extra space right here. There it is. See where it screws in? So if I pull it all the way where the other one would be flush, that's how much space I got. And I thought I could just put one spacer on right there, but then I figured I want it to sit even. So I'm gonna cut this little plastic thing so it can sit even, because I just think that's just a overall better idea. But you can see how much this wiggles. And I don't know if the original screw is gonna even fit. So there's that too. Leftover from a desk or something, I don't remember, but it's got these plastic spacers in it. And we're gonna, I forgot a Sharpie, dang it. We're gonna put this on the side, get a Sharpie, measure it, and then cut off the excess. So the more I look at this thing, the more I'm like, okay, this is kind of a nightmare. Maybe I should have spent the extra $200 on just a stock tank. You think that they would come up with something better than this by now. Like, it's so easy to make a tank. I don't know if there's copyrights or something. I don't know, but the fact that this is really the only good option is kind of garbage. So someone needs to step up. Whether that be the factories step up and make a better product in general. Granted, it was an old gas tank, but why can't the factories just go ahead and make something sturdy like this? I don't know if they do now. Maybe they do now. This is an old bike, but so routing wise, this is about 4.5 inches. I ended up cutting this a little bit more so it stays off the motor. That's another thing, because if I push this one way, it's going to be on the motor. If I push it this way, it's off the motor. But if I have it flush, it should be okay. I got it routed motor side on the other side of this throttle cable. The Y is sitting right here. Alright, what a royal pain this has been. So, got the gas tank on, ended up having to take the other side off and put it on the airbox side of the throttle cable. Seems to be working. Don't have any kinks in it now. I will say this gas tank makes it a lot harder to jet the carb and get to it, because I had to move the needle to the third position. I leaned it out. That didn't work at all. Wouldn't even crank anymore. And also I changed this from, I did 350 main, changed it to 420, which is supposedly stock. Didn't work, so I did I went higher because I felt like it was lean when it was 350, because it would go and then it would stop and then it would kind of go. So changed that to a 370, a little happy medium, and I did a first run and it seems to be running a lot better. So new tank, new jetting. I like the black. Not a fan of this part, but if you're doing enduro or something, I guess it works. This is still the same seat. I did have a problem. There's a plastic piece that goes under here, and then you got your little ring that goes up. When I first put it on, I got it on the ring, but I didn't get the plastic under the metal of the subframe, I think is what it goes under. But I got it on, and it's staying on now. The only other complaint is there's kind of a gap in between the frame and the gas tank, because it's definitely bigger. I had people complain, or I've seen complain on it online about your knees and how you can't grip the tank as well, but it is different, but it's not really affecting my riding. If anything, it kind of feels more comfortable when I'm up on the seat to make a turn, because I just feel the bike there. but I haven't jumped it, so I couldn't tell you. But hopefully, now if I got everything going good, we can take it to the mountains and actually do some real riding and go from there. So let's go.